Yeah, new guy. Gretchen here. You know, your manager. Sorry for the late night call, but this is important. I normally wouldn't do this for most of my staff, but you're in a rather unique position. Not only because you'll be watching over the entire mall by yourself, but also because of one store in particular that I need you to keep an eye on. Before I get to that though, let's go over the basics. First things first, your security cameras. You can pull them up on that monitor there. State of the art. Full color, decent quality, yada yada. It says on your resume that you've worked security gigs before, so I probably won't need to go into detail. The only thing worth noting is how dark the building is. Keeping the lights on after hours costs a pretty penny. So your best bet is to just use the camera spotlights. Just hold down on that light bulb icon and presto. Next up, defenses. Installed in your left and right hallways are security gates. There was one in the middle, but Dad's been on the commission for a while. I put in a work order a couple of days ago, so hopefully maintenance will get that fixed for you before the week is up. With all that said, I don't think you'll need the gates. At least not for tonight. Which brings me to why I'm calling in the first place. You've seen that new store in the plaza, right? Farley Jr.'s? Kinda hard not to at the moment. It's all over TV and the paper. They must have spent half their budget on advertising alone. If you ask me though, they didn't need to. Those hunks of plastic have been the real crowd pleasers. Their animatronic band, state of the art apparently, got all sorts of bells and whistles. Facial recognition, enhanced mobility, and the most enticing one, getting up off their stage and interacting with patrons. On top of that, they're all apparently tied to some kind of criminal database, so they can detect a predator a mile away. Sounds up to code, right? Well, it would be, if not for some bug in their system. Apparently, it could cause them to randomly activate during the night. So when it gets quiet and nobody's around, they'll just think they're in the wrong room. So then they try to find where all the people are, and in this case, that's your office. Now, normally, that wouldn't be such a bad thing. Just a minor inconvenience, if anything. Because of said bug, however, their facial recognition systems get glitchy. If they see you in the building after hours, they'll mistake you for a burglar or some vagrant, which would not be good news for you. I know this because the last guy who worked nights had to deal with it. He's fine, by the way. Just kind of rattled. We switched him over to the day shift. At least for now. Thankfully, I was talking to the owner about this, and he gave me a solution. Albeit a strange one. You see that mascot head on your desk, right? It belonged to one of the establishment's older models, I guess. Should an animatronic walk into your office, put it on. Once they see you with it, some protocol will activate and their eyes will turn around in color. You also see that button pad in the mask, right? Depending on what color their eyes are, you'll need to hit the button corresponding with it. If you repeat that at least 4 times, their diagnosis will finish and they should hopefully screw off. Think of it as a game of Simon Says. Try to keep in mind, though, that the more they see you without that thing, the less likely it will work. Eventually, if they spot you one too many times, that mask trick might not work. Be sure to put it on when one of them is in that middle corridor. It's pretty dark outside your office, so you have 2 ways of deducting if anyone's there or not. Number 1 is if you see any of them leave camera 11, or number 2, using that camera I lent you. The flash on that thing can light up all 3 of your hallways at once. Just not for very long. It's not the most reliable, but it should get the job done. Speaking of lights, I would also suggest using the camera spotlights often. They should freeze in place whenever you shine it on them. Little handy trick to stop them from moving too sporadically. What else? Oh right, Farley, the bear character. Unlike his bandmates, he seems to be aware of the cameras and likes to hide in their blind spots. The good news is, there's a tracker installed on the monitor that will tell you where he is. Just don't overuse it. The battery on that thing is absolute crap and can only recharge when it's turned off. Be sure to turn it on once in a blue moon to check where he is. If he's at your office, put the mask on and wait until he moseys his way inside. Alright, am I missing anything else? Shit, right. One last thing. You see that puppet thing in the price counter, right? I couldn't tell you what its deal is, but it isn't fooled by the mask. The only way to keep it docile is by winding up that music box on your desk. It's wired to play music over the loudspeaker, and that keeps it calm for whatever reason. On occasion, though, it'll move to a random area of the mall, signaled by its creepy-ass laugh. You'll need to track down which room it's in via the cameras and switch the music to where it is. You can do that with the press of the speaker button. Easy peasy. Look, I know this is a lot to take in. I'm sorry that you have to risk dealing with those things. And on your first week, no less. A lot of money is on the line, though, and I know that the community and my boss would take my head if I just gave Farley the boot. The owner has a week to fix his bots. Otherwise, I'll have them taken off. Try to hold out until then, alright? Call me if you need anything, and try to stay focused. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hey again, new guy. Had a feeling your first night wouldn't be a problem. You're a natural. Sorry to add more and more to your workload, but by now I'm sure you've noticed these older models sitting in the back room. Yeah, I was talking to the owner about them yesterday, and apparently those are from the previous location. I think the name of the place was Farley's Fun Zone or something like that. I started looking into it, and the reason they closed was because of some lawsuit from Showbiz Pizza Time Incorporated. It also said something about a staff member from their Shantytown location being found dead. Pretty sure his name was Ralph, although I could be mistaken. Anyways, enough preamble. The reason why I'm telling you all this is because those things in the back have a similar bug to their newer counterparts. Even in spite of their lack of legs, they can still freely roam around the mall. But the real issue, though, is the fact that your mask trick won't work on them. Luckily, you have other methods at your disposal that should get the job done. You remember those security gates I told you about, right? Well, tonight would be a good time to use them. If that rabbit or chicken leaves the back area, they won't take a specific path to your office like the newer models would. Rather, they will either go to the front hallway or one of your side doors. The closest cameras to your left and right are 15 and 16. So if you see them leave either of those or spot them while using your flash, pull the correct gate shut until they leave. Piece of cake. As for the front hallway, well, because of how broken those things are, your best bet is just to flash them with the camera. The hallway's close enough to you so that it should work and send them reeling back. The best way to know if it worked or not is if they make a sound. I've heard them let out this garbled screech before, so my money would be on that. Alright, I think that covers it. God, those things are creepy. I saw the owner moving one of them into the back room this morning. I think I had two heads or something. Oh wait, shit! Florence and Whitney. Hey, listen, that one is apparently very twitchy. If they leave the back, they'll head over to your front hallway. You'll have to flash it like the other two. Although, that's only step one. Once they're flashed, they won't bug off. It will only stun them in place for a bit. Your best course of action is to just put on the head and wait until they return to the corridor. Maybe because of how bright the flash is, it should hopefully disorient them enough to be fooled by the mask. That should work. But remember, do not put on the head until they've been flashed, alright? Best way of knowing when you need to deal with them is if they start talking. Okay, that should really be it. Sorry about that. I know it's a lot, but I think you'll be able to manage. Just stay on task. Have a good night. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Howdy! Congrats on hanging in there so far. The week should be over soon. Hopefully your next one will be a lot less stressful. For now though, you have a few more problems to deal with. I told the boss that buying more of those things from the same damn manufacturer was a bad idea, but here we are. I'm sure you've seen the other ones around the mall, right? The twins in the game area, the other two in the food court, etc. Well, now they're bugged out too. Ain't that a bit? The good news is that they aren't as much of a hassle as the others are. Although, that's not saying much. Starting off with the twins, they're just plain obnoxious. See, all they do is just take shit from you. For example, if that one with the balloons sneaks inside your office, he'll steal all of the film out of your camera. It wastes time, which is why your best bet is to stop them from getting inside, period. Thankfully, their routes are simple. The one with the balloon takes your left hallway, while the one with the lollipop takes the right. If you see them at your doors, you can either keep them out with the gates or pop on the mask until they leave. On top of that, they like to chatter whenever they move, so that should give you a pretty good indicator of where they are. If you by chance lose track of them or forget to keep them out though, you can still make him leave, although it'll cost you more time. If the kid with the balloon sneaks inside and steals your film, as I said, put the mask on and wait until he leaves. The girl with the lollipop is a bit more complicated. She'll snatch the mask off your desk and run off to a random part of the building. Find wherever she is on the cameras and just click on her. She should hopefully return the mask and screw back off to the game area. Alright, now, for the other two in the food court, I'll be honest, they just plain confuse me. The one with the ice cream starts singing when he gets close to your left and right. You should be able to hear what side he's close to and seal it off with the gate accordingly. The other one, meanwhile, is sneaky. So go to your left or right without making a peep. The only way to know if he's there or not is with the camera flash. Once you know where he is, use the correct gate like you would with his friend. The head-scratching part, though, is that they work together. Once you've dealt with one of them, the other will approach your office shortly afterwards. If you want my advice, check up on camera 10 often. It will save you a lot of hassle. Just keep an eye and ear out tonight, alright? Things have been getting more and more chaotic around here, and not just on your end. I can only hope the owner will fix his damn robot soon. Anyways, hang in there, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
You sure you want that? In the heart of...
My son stays and Michael.
You the birthday? Hello? Bye-bye.
When you can see, how fast can you flee?
Hi.
My milkshake and my sundaes and my cones are
Bye-bye. Hello. Hey. Bye-bye. Hello. Bye-bye.
my milkshake and my sundaes and my cones. been doing alright? Hopefully so. Things haven't been getting any less stressful around here. Just to keep you in the loop, there's been somewhat of an investigation going on. I think we're gonna have to end up closing for a few days. I couldn't get the officers to spit out much information, other than it involving missing children. I can only hope it isn't anything too severe. In case the robots acting up wasn't bad enough, now this. Speaking of, just as a side note, try to avoid making direct eye contact with any of those things for the rest of the week. Someone may have messed with their facial recognition systems. We're not sure yet. All we know is that they've been acting a lot more unusual, almost aggressive towards my staff. Hell, even the parents. When they encounter a child, they act just fine. But if an adult pops up, they just stare. Anyways, you have 2 more problems to deal with, although they hopefully should be the last. The first is that freak in the ball pit. I'm sure you've seen it by now. Last week there was some freak accident with that thing's programming. It just started tearing out parts of its own body until it was just a nest of wires and metal. Thank God there weren't any kids around when that happened. The lawsuits will be plentiful. It's just been left rotting in the flavor since then. A bunch of my staff have taken to calling her the Mangle. How fitting. The owner keeps insisting that he'll fix her. I think he's full of shit. Now, she started crawling around the mall and squeezing inside some of the air ducts. If she tries to get into your office, I'll bet she does it in one of 2 ways. She'll either take your middle hallway or crawl through the vent on camera 9. Your mask won't work on her. And while I wouldn't suggest this on most occasions, it's your only solution for now. If you see her in the hallway or hear her bumping around in the vents, go to the breaker box on your right and cut the power. Her eyesight is terrible, so the dark should hopefully draw her out. Remember what I said about the mask though. The more she sees you without the lights turned off, the less likely she'll be to fall for your trick next time. Got it? Alright, now for your last visitor. It's another one of those older models from the back. The original Farley Fazbear. Unlike his bandmates, he'll head to your middle hallway as soon as he gets out of the back. Instead of trying to get into your room immediately though, he'll slink closer and closer through the hallway until he's inside. Once he's close enough to the end of the hall, you do what you would with the Mangle and kill the lights until he bugs off. That should cover it. Hopefully, this all passes soon. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
See?
My milk is and my
Hello?
stays and my bones are just
Hello? Bye-bye.
When you can see, how fast can you flee?
I hope you enjoy my visit.
Hey. Bye-bye.
When you
Bye-bye.
My milk stays in, my son stays in, my phones are set.
be sure your step.
Bye-bye. Hello? Bye-bye.
When you can see,
I hope you enjoy my visit.
My milk stays in. good job. Mag 5. Hey, keep a close eye on things tonight, okay? Things just got a lot more, serious. From what I understand, the mall is going on lockdown. Nobody aside from the police are allowed in or out, especially concerning any previous employees. I'm not sure what they found this evening, but I think it has to do with those missing kids they were talking about. Apparently, some more of them have vanished around the area. From what I've gathered, I think that someone was stalking them here at the mall and followed them when they left. When we get this all sorted out, we may move you to the J shift. A position just became available. We don't have a replacement for your shift yet, but we're working on it. Just please try to watch over everything closely tonight, alright? Hang in there. I'll call you in the morning.
Hello? Bye-bye.
See how fast can you flee?
Bye-bye.
My military, my Sundays and my concerts at the street. Or my...
Hello? Bye-bye.
See?
I hope you enjoy my visit.
Hi. Hello? Bye-bye. Hello? Bye-bye.
Fancy seeing you there, Mr. Martinez. And on a night like tonight.
Why are you interrupting my night, Gretchen?
You tell me, Vincent. Poking around my mall, and during an active investigation, no less. God. You know, I gave you a lot of time. More than I've given most of my vendors. But no. First your hunks of metal fuck with my staff. Then those kids go missing. The cops start ripping my business up. That poor Jeremy kid gets his head smashed in by one of your freaks. The one you told me you would fix. And I now find you there, doing God knows what.
Now what is that supposed to mean?
Oh, I think you've got a pretty damn fine clue.
Are you threatening me, Gretchen? I'm not sure baseless accusations are a good look for you.
Then let me make it simple. If you're not out by the time I get there, I'll throw you out myself.
Is that right now?
Yeah, it is. Want to know why? Because I've been in this business long enough to know what scum is. Whatever mess you've made, I want it cleaned up. Otherwise, the police might be expecting a little tip soon.
Oh, you can expect a cleanup, all right.
Bye-bye.
My milkshake and my sundaes and my cones are touching the street. This is for myself.
See how fast
I hope
Bye-bye.
you enjoy my visit.
Hey. Hello.
Okay? If you want to be friends, I would like you to meet some of my other friends too.
Hello. Bye-bye.
I'm going to some rock, okay? Can you and I, okay?
Hi.
My milkshake and
Okay.
Ensure your step to the heart.
Okay.